Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
We are gold for energy. Send it.
Incoming!
Put the money in the bag, man.
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
What's going on back there?
This is awesome.
Welcome to Earth! No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go! God.
Black Rifle Energy, dropping near you.
Welcome to Drinkin, Bro. Yeah, welcome to Drinkin, Bros, kids. Friday afternoon show, long week. Daddy's gonna crack open a hard AF seltzer. For Christ's sakes, man. Just getting through the end of it, you know? Bob, we played that video on Ross Patterson Revolution the other day of that frog getting away from that snake.
Yep.
That's what I feel like at the end of every single week. It really is. You know, you're just trying to get away from that snake, for Christ's sake. Show Dan that if you have it, by the way. I can't believe he lived. I can't believe he lived. And I feel like every week is another week where you just stayed alive. You know? You made it through the week, you stayed alive. Pop this up for D'Anthony here. Look at this fucking huge-ass snake trying to take down this thing, dude. Look at that. And look at the frog. He's still climbing. Go, little buddy, go. Go, he got away. Look at that, dude. Just hopping away, just getting out of there. And the snake is fast. You see him in the grass? He was going after it. Then the frog, smartly, goes up onto the roof, dude. Going. See you later. Live to fight another day. That's how I feel here. Welcome to the show, kids. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. A lot going on here. First off, we'll be at Gasparilla Fest at the end of the month. January 30th, 6 to 8 p.m. live show outside of... What's the name of that store? Damn it.
Food Mart?
Food Mart down there. Thank you. Now, I remember the address, 1955 West Cass, C-A-S-S Street. That is in Tampa, Florida. Join us there, and it'll be right before the parade. There it is on screen, right before the parade starts, and you can drink in the streets. A lot of people are already going. So Juan hit me up, and those guys, they were already planning on going. Apparently this thing is massive, and they're going to meet us there, drinking in the streets, partying, everything else, and here we go, dude. Here we go. Let's fucking rock. In the meantime, we got a DEFCON 5 story going on right now. Greenland. Greenland's been invaded, dude. Europe troops have landed on Greenland.
Well, I don't know if invaded's the right way to say it.
What is it?
They invited them, I think.
Greenland did?
So, unless you've lived under a rock, you know that there's some tension going on there.
A little bit.
Trump and I think most serious people in the NatSec space and in politics know that we need to buy it.
Yeah.
And Trump has said, we'll take it if we want, blah, 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 whatever. Negotiation, right? That's how he operates. And Europe has, like, a bunch of these retired NATO generals and European generals have said dumb shit like, fucking come try it, brother. It's like, all right, you know, whatever. I guess that's cool. But they actually took some action, which is shocking for Europe. Usually they don't do that. And they've sent, NATO allies in Europe have sent
Troops to the ground.
They've sent troops as part of Operation Arctic Endurance, they said.
Yeah. Sounds intense. How many
Yeah.
troops are involved?
Well, that's the interesting part.
Okay.
It's 38.
38. That's how many NATO sent over to Greenland was 38 troops.
Yeah. So
how would we survive that?
Yeah, I mean, at least let's see, 1, 5, 6. At least 6 are officers, so they're useless. You know,
Yeah.
to be real. I mean, when I say useless, I mean from these countries, they're there to observe.
From a fighting perspective.
Yeah.
You're saying useless.
Yeah, I'm sure there's nice people. And I like all these countries: Netherlands, UK,
Fine people on both sides.
Netherlands, UK, Finland, Norway, Sweden, Germany, France. I like all those places.
Yeah. Yeah.
But 38 people is not even a full infantry platoon,
No, it's not
technically
nowhere
speaking.
close.
Like we've got our first, second, and third platoons, which has a squad leader, 2 team leaders, and each team leader has 3 soldiers, preferably. I mean, it's a 9-man organization. One squad should be 9 people. You got 3 of those, right? For a total of. All right.
I can't do that math today. I cannot do it, man.
So you got 27 people that are line guys. Then you have a weapons squad. Usually that's 2 machine gunners and machine gun team leaders, although sometimes that's the same guy. You have an ammo bearer, and you have the guy who carries a spare barrel, and usually our assistant gunner is what they're called, and oftentimes either that guy or an additional personnel, if you're fully rostered, which we never were, carries anti-tank weapons as well, right? And then you have your platoon sergeant and platoon leader. So somewhere in the low 40s, depending on how your roster is maxed out. Usually, you never go with a full roster. We just don't have the people ever for some fucking reason. But it's more than 38.
Yeah.
It's more than 38 people, typically. I think it's 42, I think, is a full I'd have to do the math.
An
in my
NFL
head.
roster is 53.
Well, this isn't the NFL. But it's 38 dudes, and it's like, that's pretty much what I expected from Europe. That's how seriously they take their security, which is why we had to get involved in the fucking first place.
Yep.
Kind of silly. It's really just silly, to be honest.
Bob, if you go to Drudge Report, please do me this favor. Now that you know the facts here from Dan, what's involved, pop this on screen. Look at their headline in bright red. European troops arrive to defend against USA. So you're saying the number's 38 total. 38 special.
There are more dudes at Lejeune and Jacksonville who got NJP'd over the weekend than were sent to defend Greenland against the United States.
Perfect. So that would do nothing.
And by the way, those guys who got NJP'd at Lejeune over the weekend could have easily taken over Greenland by themselves.
Yeah.
Just those guys.
Yeah. That makes sense. Now, let me ask you the next part of this. They said NATO fighter jets have been deployed. What does that mean exactly? And what do other NATO countries have jet-wise that we don't have?
They only have jets that we've sold them.
So right. Imagine that's like
there's no European made. They do have some of our 5th gen fighters, although they're not fully maxed out like ours are. But there is no European made 5th gen fighter.
Okay.
So their fighters are all from. I mean, Bob, when was the last 4th gen fighter produced? Sometime in the mid '80s, I think. If I had to guess.
I wouldn't know off the top of my head.
I can just Google it real quick.
Yeah.
Because then what are you doing? What's the hopes and dreams? If I'm Trump and I'm sitting in my office with Rubio today, we're kicking back, snorting some Adderall, and having some laughs in between bites of Big Macs, I'd look at this and be like, "Are you fucking serious?" And I don't really care about this. I would just, knowing Trump, go to True Social and then just write, "Ha ha 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 ha."
There's too many letters. You're giving them
in
too
all
much.
Caps.
You're giving them too much credit.
No. Have you seen his
yeah,
or like this?
But you just do
long.
Just do LOL.
Lol.
That's all you really need to put.
But it's got to be in all caps.
Yeah.
He only does all caps.
Yeah. So there are some what Europe is for some reason calling 4.5 gen fighters. The Eurofighter Typhoon, which was 94. The Dassault Rafale, which is 86, which I was right about that one. I guess they demoed in 86, but it went into service in 91. Then there's the Saab Gripen, and its first flight was 88, so there's that. And then the Dassault Mirage is from the 70s, and then the Panavia Tornado is from 1974.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know what the ratio is or whatever. I think, Bob, you can look it up, how many total 5th-gen fighters Europe has. But they've been given to them by us. Not given, they bought them, I think. We may have given some away.
Okay.
And then, Germany has some decent tanks, like the Leopard is a pretty good tank, I think. It's not the Abrams. The Abrams is the best tank ever invented. But yeah, they have some stuff. Not as much as us, obviously.
Okay.
Not as good. But they're like, yeah, I'm seeing in the chat now, people are laughing about it. 4.5 gen is like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
You made a better 4th gen fighter, but it's still not anywhere up to speed with what America can do.
No. I saw those new ones up close. Holy shit, man. Those are frightening. Those are absolutely fucking frightening. If that flew over my country, I'd be a full number 7, dude. I'd probably shit, piss, come, bleed, sneeze, spit at the same time, vomits after that spit had arrived. Man, dude, it would be a full evac on every single orifice I had, just seeing this goddamn thing fly over my head. You know you're gonna die, and there's nothing you can do about it. You'd have to go full Pompeii at that point and just start jacking as hard as you can.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a sad thing that's what. Now, there's Pompeii, the region, and Pompey the man, obviously.
Yeah.
Magnus Pompey, or Pompey Magnus, excuse me, who was part of the first triumvirate, who was Caesar's friend and enemy, right? That guy. And then there's the explosion of Vesuvius that wiped out the city, which you can go visit. I've been there, actually. It's fucking cool. It's way smaller than you would think, by the way.
Is
like,
it really?
It's just a little village, unless it was way bigger and more of it got wiped out just by time or the explosion or whatever. But you can see there's they have alongside one of it looks kind of like an old school strip mall. There was probably businesses there before. And in what looks like a horse stable, there's a bunch of those ashed bodies, like frozen in ash in there. I didn't see the guy pounded off.
That's the only thing I would have gone for.
But, like, this is the problem. This is why I worry about afterlife. One, because is everything I've done recorded?
Yes.
Fuck,
I would
dude.
say yes.
Like, the only salvation from that, and I don't mean in a religious sense, the only salvation from that is that all the weird shit that everybody did is recorded. So you can't fucking judge me. But that is something that I'm very concerned about that, to be honest. My grandmother, for example, was the only adult in my life that really stood up for me when I was young in a very tumultuous situation. And she's seeing the stuff that I'm doing.
Right.
Fuck.
She's watching every day.
Not even just recently. Like, recently she would be unimpressed, but during a teenage boy's, I guess, discovery period, things get fucking gross and weird. And it doesn't always end there. And then I went to war, and it gets gross and weird over there, too. It's just like, I don't know what to even think about that. And the reason I brought it up is because, if the afterlife is real, there's got to be classification like anywhere else, and there will be a hierarchy of some sort. And you're like, oh, man, I died in the fucking explosion in Pompeii. And that's, to you didn't know what this guy was doing. So you just think that the world knows that as some kind of weird tragedy or whatever. And then you find out that the reason that a lot of people know about it is because some dude started cranking his hog right at the end.
Sure.
Like, oh, you died in that, in Pompeii? You mean where the guy was jacking off? You're like, whoa.
That's the only thing I remember
That's
about
the only
Pompeii.
thing most people think about when they hear it, to be honest.
Yes.
So it's like, unless you've physically gone to visit there, or you're a historian or Roman historian or something like that, you mostly think about that dude pounding off. And it just a reminder to be careful.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Represent your tribe, your family, your community, and your geographic location to the best of your ability. Because you might be that guy when we all get to hell who's the one dude. Oh, that's Doug.
Yeah. Doug did that.
Doug was like, I'm tired of all fucking here. It's like Tiffany Gomez. Anytime any kind of weird stuff happens.
That motherfucker's not real.
Anytime like people walk up to her and ask her all the time, how's it feel to fucking be famous with that? And she's just like, even asking her that question, she's like, fucking shut up.
Yeah, she hates it.
Forever. But that's life. You know what I mean? So just be careful is all I'm saying. Be careful that you don't become Doug, the guy who jacked off at Pompeii and ruined everybody's good time.
I beg to differ. So I'm gonna push back on this, and here's why. That's the only thing that I would go to Pompeii to see. So if you're looking for tourism, fun stuff, everything else, sorry. That's the only reason I'm going to Pompeii. I have no other reason to go to Pompeii in my life except to see the dead jack.
Well, there's nothing there. There's a really good ice cream shop and a coffee shop
that ain't
right
gonna
across
get me,
the street.
That ain't going to get me there.
But you could find those near the major cities.
I need a selfie with the jack off dude, where it's just like, oh,
well, I don't know that they have that thing like front and center.
It's like in a house or something.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, I don't give a fuck. All right,
You got to find your way.
Yeah,
in.
I mean, you
in
can
Wilmington, North Carolina, you go back to Jordan's house.
You can go into Hemingway's house in Cuba.
Yeah.
He's still got the original typewriter there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Show some respect, Bob. Christ, you host a history show. What the fuck? That's nuts. Also, Byron, show some respect. We got to widen out here. We can't even see Kaniga's jersey behind me. You know, widen that camera out so we can see it here. I just talked to Noah day before yesterday. Lovely man, dude. Love that kid. Great kid, and Me Comes rocks too. We got to see that jersey, brother. You got it. There you go. Just widen it out a little bit. There it is, dude. Just a touch more. A touch more. Touch more so you can see it. Out of respect. He's, I believe he's covering either the NFL or the championship game this weekend. Actually, he gets to go to all the cool shit, which is rad. Now, as far as those numbers are concerned, you said 38 troops total, right? That was the number? That was the final number of troops going over to Greenland?
That's who's there right now.
Okay, great.
I don't know if they're planning on something else. It's some kind of military exercise, but how can you even do an exercise with 38 people, like half of whom are officers? There's like a recon team from France. There's mountain infantry guys there, and then I think there's more coming from France, land, air, and naval assets that are going to come as part of a joint exercise. But it's a recon team from Germany. I don't know if that's like scout snipers or if it's Cav scouts. I don't know what the composition of their military is. 15 mountain soldiers, infantry guys from France, which would be like our 10th mountain, basically, but not as good because ours is better. And then officers from Sweden, officers from Norway, somebody from Finland, who knows who, an officer from the UK, and then 2 people from the Netherlands. And I'm not sure who those people are either. So I don't know even how you conduct. What exercise are you conducting with that many people? You can't even do op4. Like, there's no force on force.
CrossFit?
Like, what? I guess they're just.
That's about it. They're
going to do like a pickup fucking flag football game or something.
Yeah, when I was in a CrossFit class, we had about 40 people in there. So that's pretty much what you can do. Kettlebells, maybe some of those lunges and medicine ball work, a bunch of shit like that. The reason why the 38 means a lot to me is, Bob, pull up that video from Cuba. The Cubans that we murked getting Maduro there were returned home, and there was 32 of them. Now, if 32 wasn't enough to guard the president of Venezuela, then it's definitely not enough to stop the U.S. in Greenland. You know what I'm saying? So we're all good on that. Now, the interesting part of this video is the caskets they were walking off the plane with. Bob, if you want to scroll through and find the little caskets there.
It's front. They show it from the beginning. The whole it's there. They're there right now.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, play it. How long is this clip?
25 seconds.
There you go. Look at that. Look at these little tiny shoe boxes.
What
dude.
did we do to these people that they got brought home and fucking Zappos boxes.
I think.
And is
they were
Zappos
just-
part of this?
I think
mean,
they were just this small, dude.
That's possible, yeah.
It could be midgets.
Which that makes it even like more impressive what Delta did. If they were able to fucking come in and pinpoint these guys who fit in that little ass box.
Those midgets, dude?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at these little midgets in these boxes coming off the plane. Now, some people online are saying it's their cremation. Like, you know, they were cremated or whatever. If you've ever had a family member cremated or a pet, perhaps, that's a big box for a human. I don't really know what the cremation maybe they don't have the technology that we have over here in the United States, but when I picked up my dead dad, for example, it's just a Ziploc bag. It's kind of shit. About the size of this first form box right here. That's it. It's just a Ziploc bag full of ashes. So why did they need just a little 2-foot box, dude? That seems weird to me, unless there was some mementos left beside them, like maybe some plantains or something that fell out of their pockets. What else is big in Cuba? Some mojitos?
Cigar. I mean,
Cigars.
Their cigar game since the Chinese have infiltrated is really bad now. Everybody, like Nicaragua, puts out the best cigars now.
That's what I heard, yeah.
They're, so like, they used to be mid-shelf. There's a lot of American expats down there. Some Rangers actually that own a farm down there, but a lot of American expats down there. It used to be really like mid-shelf would be Nicaraguan filler and wrapper. Low shelf would be like Connecticut tobacco with a wrapper from Nicaragua or something like that, or vice versa sometimes. And then top shelf was Cuban. Yeah,
right.
Like sometimes Cuban would do some different stuff, but mostly it was all Cuban. Now, overproduced, lower standards, et cetera, because of Chinese influence. That's how they do business, right? They maximize production and lower standards. And now top shelf cigars are primarily coming from Nicaragua, both the filler and the wrap, which is great for Nicaragua, I guess, right? I mean, that's somebody fumbles, you want to be in there and gobble up their business. It's a good business model. And again, there's a ton of American expats down there running farms. Not that matters. Just like as long as somebody's making good ones, I'm all set. You know what I mean?
Right. And I'm looking at the chat right now. At Nuclear Winner 391 says Ross doesn't make sense here. Yeah. So with a cremation, it's just here. This is a perfect example. This is the exact size bag I got for a dead father, 6 feet tall. You know, roughly 185, 190 right here. This is it. This first form bag right here of OptiGreens. That's the exact size I got. And by the way that it feels is identical as well. So it's like, yeah, this is it. Why there was a need for a 2-foot box like that or a 2 or 3 foot box? I don't really understand. This is it.
I mean, that might be, I don't know this, if anybody, maybe somebody in the chat knows this, or maybe somebody who's in the comments after we're done on YouTube will know, so let us know. But this might be, like we have our ceremonial customs for burial, for soldiers especially, right? Like Arlington, present a flag to the family, all that shit. It's honor, respect for the family. Maybe,
full-size casket.
Maybe this is theirs, though, right? Maybe cremation is the standard there, which is like mausoleums or cremation are very common in places that are below sea level for obvious reasons. You can't bury bodies in the ground because what happens when the flood, right?
They go up.
Like New Orleans is all mausoleums, right? I believe.
Well, it's half and half, and so during Katrina, that was one of the biggest issues was
dead bodies floating around.
Correct.
Yeah. But anyways, with the cigar thing. Padron, Padron, my favorite cigar company. The 1964 anniversary series Maduro is my favorite cigar. I've probably smoked 1,000 of them in my life. They're all made in Nicaragua, and that's one of the premier cigar companies now. The Cohiba No. 2 used to be like kind of the standard. That would have been the low end of Cubans, but the one that everybody knew best is now garbage. It's like flaky. It's not good. It is not good. Which is sad, man. It's like, damn. Hopefully, when Cuba gets liberated by themselves, which will happen at some point, when the money cuts off, the authoritarianism will have to recede. Right? There's no way you can't continue it without money. So technically, yes, with our help. Hopefully, they are able to kick the Chinese out and restore that business, because I would love to do business with with
Cuba. Yep.
Like we all know Cuban people. It's their leadership that's the problem. It's just like fucking Venezuela. It's just like Iran. It's
Great
like
people, great culture.
The people and the culture are fucking dope.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's get these assholes out of the way and let them do their business again, because I would prefer, like, to be honest, I've had Cubans and I've had some of the bigger brands that run out of Nicaragua, Ashton, Ashton, Padron, two of my favorites. And they're great, but Cuban was Cuban. You know what I mean? It was different.
Yeah.
Because of the soil and the production quality and everything. And they kept a really high standards. Like, I want to get back to that. I want to be able to buy. I'm not trying to, like, recreate that anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want it to exist there, and then we'll pay the price to get it here. That's the whole fucking point.
If gun to your head right now, you were to choose between Cuba or Canada, one country can no longer exist. Who are you choosing?
I don't know what that means.
You got to eliminate one country's going to get wiped off the face of the earth. Which one would you want if you're the United States, Canada or Cuba?
Canada, for sure.
Why?
Because it's huge. They have a lot more resources. The people have a closer shared culture to ours, at least the people that belong there. The people that belong there do. They've allowed a bigger invasion than even the UK has, but yeah, I would definitely choose Canada.
I think I'd choose Cuba.
We already have Puerto Rico, you know?
Yeah, but if we were to really, like, you know, I'll use some Hollywood terms here. If we were to have a huge budget for Cuba, god damn it, that would be a blast, dude. It would be an absolute blast. Whereas Canada, have you been there? You been to Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, every time I've been, on the way home, I'm just like, great, man, I have zero desire to ever go back to this fucking country again. I really do. It's gray. It's cold as fuck.
Yeah.
The sushi's good. The weed is actually good. It's very good there. But we have great weed here, and I don't really give a shit. We have great sushi here, so I don't really give a shit. Whereas Cuba, man, I could fucking put some Panama Jack, suntan oil on. I mean, really fucking lather up and enjoy my life, the drinks, the culture, the people, all that other shit. Whereas I just feel like Canadians are just too weak these days. It's just, I don't know that it really aligns, really.
I mean, the Cubans who were strong left Cuba.
Gone.
Yeah. So it's like, who's weak?
It's not
like,
weak.
Cuba's been dominated by communism for fucking 80 years.
It's not weak. It's cool. Like, I'm looking for a cool factor there.
There's nothing cool about communism.
Vibes. No, I know. Once we get rid of it. I'm saying once we get rid of it and communism's gone, if it's Cuba versus Canada, I have zero desire to go to Canada. I'd love to go to Cuba.
I would like to go to Cuba, yeah. I mean, that's not the point, though. Just because I would prefer to go to one place over another doesn't mean the other place doesn't have more intrinsic value. Canada clearly has more intrinsic value.
We'd have to wipe out their entire government, most of their people, because they're voting for this shit, and they're allowing this shit to happen inside their own country. So much so, in fact, like, do you see today's thing where they just made that deal with China for the EVs? Yeah. They're fucked. Like, this is going to continue to go on. You had Trudeau, and now you got this guy Carney in there that they're voting for. Mm-hmm. You can actually vote for these fucking people, and this is their choice. I just don't see how they ever come back from this. I really don't. Like, the way that this country is headed, it's just going to be into the toilet, and it feels like it's just going to be a bunch of Somalians and Indians and all kinds of weird shit from all over the globe where they just kind of end up there and just make a life in the back of a fucking shack.
Yeah, I mean, look, start building igloos, right? Because Canada owns 65% or so of your rare earth minerals and oil. Even though with the oil, they don't have the ability to process it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, they don't. I don't think China has a heavy oil processing facility. I don't think. There's only like 6 or 7 in the whole world. But yeah, while the rest of the world, to include Germany, by the way, who is one of the worst offenders at this, because they were the dominant economy in Europe, and they subjugated themselves to Russia by just being stupid, right, by doing dumb shit, and now China is flooding Germany's market with all the bullshit that they can't send here.
Right.
So Germany's, they're about to experience a huge recession, I think, because we have high tariffs on China. I think, Bob, you can look this up. Look up how much Chinese exports to the U.S. have dropped in the past like year or so. Look that up on Google right quick. But China's exports to the U.S. have dropped dramatically. I'm sorry, I think it's like 80% or something like that. I think it's really big. And those exports are now going to Europe, mostly Germany, right? Which is going to fuck up. They don't have like whatever production and industrialization the United States had, Germany had already gotten rid of that a long time ago. So whatever was remaining is completely gone now. And I don't know what jobs people fucking have there.
That's what I'm saying. So the more and more we can push them out of the picture and all this other shit, obviously they're going to Canada because they need something. You wouldn't cut this EV deal if that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I mean, they need a place to produce and try to get them into North America somewhere where people actually drive electric vehicles, because you know where they don't drive them? It's fucking China. Right? They don't have the electricity to even fucking charge the vehicles.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm seeing between 19 and 20% for the year, and 30% in particular in December.
Woo.
Year over year.
Holy shit, 30%?
Yeah, so I mean, they're
God damn. That's
China hasn't stopped exporting. They're just sending it somewhere else, and the somewhere else is primarily Germany. That's my understanding. Not good for Germany, right? But the chancellor of Germany is starting to talk pretty openly about how dumb some of the stuff they've been doing was. For example, I mentioned this yesterday, but the getting rid of the nuclear facilities was really dumb. He's said that out loud now, which means they're actioning on trying to get them restored. And reindustrialization isn't necessarily the solution to everybody's economic problems. It is for us because of the way that we're approaching our economy in the future that's like AI and data center based. You need that production because those AI and data center things are they're exponential factors for individual production. So you need to have industrial capabilities to be able to fucking do that stuff, right? Downstream, you need to position your workforce to take advantage of the new technology that's coming, basically. I don't know what Germany's doing. I'm not really sure what it is, but they really need to get their shit together because we can't keep, it's been 80 years. We can't keep babysitting Europe, man. They have to start taking control of stuff. Now, again, Germany has a tendency when they start taking control of stuff to really start taking control of stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that's going to look like here. This is a problem. Their politics, not just in Germany but in broader Europe, for a very long time has followed the same roadmap. It is leftist infiltration and then a weak right wing that tries to fight back by taking power instead of returning them to first principles and constitutionalism. And it's produced some pretty rough results. Let's be real, right? And created 2 world wars as a result as well. They to Europe especially, we've talked about this before. People talk, all these Americans, I was talking to my State Department buddy about it the other day, all these Americans who think, oh, fucking America's crazy, so many racist people here. You have no fucking idea what racism is until you go to Europe or Asia. Mm-hmm. Because if you are any nationality or ethnicity or religion and you live in America and your kids are born here, your kids are whatever American.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. If you are black in Spain, you're a black guy.
Yeah, you're not
You know what I mean?
an African Spaniard. Yeah,
that is not how that fucking works.
No.
So they have a tendency to move towards populism and nationalism more quickly than most people, and not a creedal nationalism based on like we're Germany, we believe in individual liberty like we do in America. It's like we're Germany, we believe in being German.
Yep.
It's like, okay, well, what does that mean exactly? And that's fine. You're entitled to feel that way. You're entitled to have Germany if you're German, in my opinion. I don't give a shit if people are offended by that or not. But it's different, and it does make you more susceptible to the wrong kind of nationalism, which is a nationalism that excludes people who would believe in the same thing as you do and participate in the same culture that you do. So that's always problematic. It's why Europe has a fucking these like fascist dust-ups every 20 or 30 years.
Yeah, and I think Europe's other biggest problem is this Trump issue. We've played this clip ad nauseum on the show, so we're not going to show it here. But you remember that sit down they had where Trump warned every single one of them, and they laughed in his fucking face. In particular, Germany and that energy deal with Russia. They're just as anti-Trump as the fucking leftists are here, and any other solution but Trump, as long as it wasn't coming from Trump, then they would sign on for it. I don't give a shit what he sounds like when he talks and everything else. What he's saying is correct. And he's been correct about a lot of fucking shit over the years. So I would start paying attention and listening. Problem is they aren't. And they keep going down the same road as the rest of these fucking countries. Now, let's take the migrant situation. Warned them about that. They didn't listen. Warned them about the energy thing. Didn't listen. We're trying to get the fucking migrants out of this goddamn country. And by the way, one of our listeners, Bob, hit us up yesterday. When we covered that story about the Venezuelans being arrested.
Yeah.
Bob, pull up a picture of them. A listener sent it in, and
To where? Where'd they send it?
just type in Venezuelans to Twitter. Oh, okay. And so Venezuelans arrested in Minnesota. The ones who were trying to fight the ice with brooms and shovels. We reported on that story yesterday. They got the headshots of these fucking guys. There they are. Pop them up on screen. This is what white liberal women are fighting for. This is it. This is what Democrats are fighting for. These three shitbirds is what they're fighting for here. And sorry, but once these mugshots went out, and the New York Post was really the only one to cover this yesterday, and they didn't come out until after our show was over, so apologies. Thank you for sending it in. I wouldn't know what these motherfuckers looked like because when I got home and watched the news yesterday, I sure as fuck didn't see these mugshots on TV. You know why? You don't want to know that these are the fucking people that everybody's fighting for right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I can't even think of a metaphor for it.
I can't either. Send your wife, send your daughter to go and hang out with these three for a weekend.
I mean, it's kind of like you're holding something heavy up over your head, and a woman walks under it and pushes you out of the way and lets the thing fall on her head. You know what I mean? That's kind of the only thing I can think of. It's really silly.
But this looks like a central casting group of people that I would hire for a movie of, all right, man, just give me some fucking Latino gang members. Just somebody that looks like that ethnicity-wise. I don't really want to do a lot of makeup. I don't want to spend money on that type of budgets. Boom, you cast these three fucking guys. I mean, this is exactly who you would think it is. And the fact that these are the people that Renee Good is fighting for. No, we can't get rid of these people. Why? Why would you lose your life over these three shitbirds or the rest of these fucking people? Because they're lying on the streets. You know, other people are blocking vehicles too. And I've seen some awesome videos of ICE just tackling people to the ground and all this other shit right now. Why is this your hill to die on? I don't get it.
I don't know. I mean, why can't people in politics do math? CPI inflation just got reported today at 1.55%.
Yeah.
Why didn't the second that data was published did Jerome Powell not say, "Good, we're fucking lowering rates today," right? Because that would be the appropriate response.
That's what I would do.
We lowered rates in the middle of Q4, by the way, which is not something that happens very frequently.
No.
And things went well, and now we've seen that they've gone better than well, right? Especially with the things that matter most, housing, food, and household items, right? So let's lower rates again. Trump is doing everything he can to get housing prices in the right place, housing availability in the right place. That would be a big help. Are you trying to help your country, or is there something else? What master do you serve is a good question. And they serve their political faction and ideology, not the country. That's a big problem.
It is. Because these fucks, I'm sorry, they're not going to contribute to society ever. Somalis are not going to contribute to society ever. I don't really give a fuck.
No, not to our society.
I'm sure you can find the one case here and there where, somebody pulled over on the side of the road and helped somebody with a flat tire or something like that. But fuck these guys. And then the beauty of it is, to your point, that dipshit mayor last night, go to your Twitter inbox, Bob, that Fry guy. I think we just call him the Fry guy from now on. Gets on the news last night. So this was late and this was after fake news was over. And gives this speech about an invasion. Now, before we play this video, if you replace the word federal agents with illegal immigrants in this guy's statements, It's the same fucking thing. Go ahead and press play.
Imagine if that city or that town was suddenly invaded by thousands of federal agents that do not share the values that you hold dear. Imagine if your daily routines were disrupted. The local cafe that you eat at was shut down because they're scared that their own family might get torn apart. Imagine if schools shut down and suddenly parents got to figure out what to do for daycare.
So, okay, you're good there. I'm gonna read this quote one more time. Imagine if your city or town was invaded by thousands of federal agents that do not share the values that you hold dear. Replace that with illegal immigrants. Imagine if your city or town was invaded by thousands of illegal immigrants that do not share the values that you hold dear. Then you have fraud, corruption, all this other shit. The fact that this guy gave this speech last night live on television and didn't see the irony of it, that their entire state is being invaded right now by these shitbird Somalians and everybody else, is insane to me.
Did you see this dude's face, by the way? This police.
He looks like he hasn't slept in fucking
Well,
9 days.
no. The police chief is this guy's a turd. Just like
I hate
around,
that
he's a
guy
turd.
too. Yeah.
However, do you see
How he rolls his eyes?
Well, the eyebrow lift when he's like, "You got to do this." Play the video again.
Play the video one more time. Watch the guy, the back left. What is he, a sheriff?
No, he's
Captain?
a police
Imagine
chief,
if
so
that
he works
city
for this guy.
or that town was suddenly invaded by thousands of federal agents that do not share the values that you hold dear.
Whoopsies. There you go, the eyes.
Imagine if your daily routines were disrupted. The local cafe that you eat at was shut down because they're scared that their own family might get torn apart. Imagine if schools shut down and suddenly parents got to figure out what to do for daycare.
Hey, Fry Guy, guess what? The daycare doesn't exist. They're empty. Everybody's been going into these fucking places, checking it out. And here's what they found. Nick Shirley posted another video. Go to your inbox and Twitter, Bob, and then show this one. He actually went way in. And, God bless this kid. He could have fucking died back here. But show this fucking video. He went back to where the LLCs are registered. Now, some of these are in strip malls, but when he got there and saw the address on the door, he walks through the first part and he's like, wait a minute. Okay, this is a fucking dry cleaner. Where's the rest of this address? Put this full screen. Here you go. This one's a grocery store, I believe.
One of them, like a couple of them, are supposed to be like these delivery companies that work with the daycare or work with the adult daycare, one of these things, and they don't even. They're like it's a fucking what do you call it? A bodega.
Yeah, and
was one of them.
One of them was listed as a Safari Corporation. There's nothing more racist than that, than saying the Somalian kids that were getting picked up was part of a safari tour. I mean, that's wild in its own right. But play this video once he goes to the back of this goddamn place.
This grocery store, it's actually not just like a normal grocery store. There's actually a bunch of other stores inside of the grocery store. So right here you have one store, right here you have another store, and then right here you have another store, then up here you have another store. In total, inside of this section of the grocery store, there are 6 separate stores. How's life here as a
This
Somali?
is a third world country.
Good. I do phone bills, sending money to Africa. That's where I do. The business is good.
And how have you seen the rise of Somalians and the rise of Islam here inside of Minnesota?
As well, the rise is good and been allowed. We have a place to pray, and life is good.
How long have you lived here in America for?
For 10 years now.
And when you came here, did the government bring you here, or did you come here by your own choice?
I came here by my own choice. I was one of the refugees from Uganda. I was brought by UN.
You were brought by the UN to come into the United States?
Yeah, and life is good,
No shit.
We try to enter into businesses.
Yeah, when you can fucking
Get everything for free.
when you can get everything for free and steal shit and then be the they're
breadwinner?
They're all sending their
do
money
what is
back to
required.
Somalia, and he's sitting at the intersection of that,
He's
taking
the hero.
taking a cut every time. There were 3 other businesses that he entered that were supposed to be trucking centers or delivery companies that were co-located with one of these fucking like Western Union style money sending places. They're not, I mean, that's like, even drug dealers have the good sense to split their operation up so you can't see the whole operation in one fucking location. God damn, man. These guys are doing the whole fucking deal right there.
And this is the third world country. What we just showed you is exactly what happens in third world countries. I've been in the back of these goddamn places in third world countries and negotiated for bullshit, shark tooth necklaces or fucking oils or some weird drug or whatever the fuck it is. And this is how they're all set up. It's just a building, like let's take the size of ours. This building right here is 3,500 square feet. Now, if we divvied this up and built these little fucking shanties, I don't know, we could have 27 places in here as places of business at one single address if we wanted to. Why the fuck? Pop that image up. You don't have to play the video again, Bob. Why the fuck would you want this to be your life?
I have no idea.
Because you're used to it at home. You're used to that in Uganda. You're used to that in Somalia. Scroll through. Go to that guy that he's talking to right here. Just press pause. This is what they're used to at home. This is a comfortable setting for them and a comfortable office for them. They love it. They're not paying for anything. They're getting money from the government, and then they're taking all that money, to your point, sending it back home. They're fucking heroes at home. And in all these fucking Ubers and all this other shit we get into, I asked you this a long time ago when you and I were doing one of these live shows. I go, why the fuck are they always on the phone?
Yeah, I mean,
and you were saying it's because hey, here's how much money I'm making. Here's how much I'm going to send you this week.
Yeah, they're always scamming.
That's it.
It's a whole fucking culture built around scamming. That's what I mean. It's a pirate fucking state. It's literally a pirate state. Somalia is literally a pirate state. And we're like, you know what we should do is
bring that here.
Grab Jack Sparrow and put him in charge of our city. The fuck out of here, man. They probably smell the same too.
I'd say what Johnny Depp is available right now if you want him as mayor, and you could have him dress up as Captain Jack Sparrow every single day there. And it's like, oh, Minneapolis, great. Minneapolis, great. All right, well, have fun. I got some money for you. Take your booty, take your bounty, and you move on with your fucking life. This shit fucking sucks, man. I mean, at this point, just take a goddamn wrecking ball to this all these strip malls and everything else and clear these people out. Sorry about it, man. You know, but they don't care. The citizens clearly don't care because they're voting for this shit over and over and over again. And you get what you ask for at certain points. But if you're wondering why Minnesota votes the way it does, that's it. These are the people voting. Great. Democrats are going to give me free money. They're going to let me leech off the fucking system for everything else? Yeah, I'll vote for you. All right, cool, man. Thanks for playing, and you're all good. Because, like, I always wondered why you couldn't get Ilhan Omar out of there. And so I saw the last election that she was in. The people that she was up against in the primaries and all that other shit were other Somalians. There wasn't an American in there. And there was, I think, one that did run maybe 2 or 4 years ago, got just absolutely smoked because there is nothing else in that community but Somalians.
Yeah, well, you know, people like these auditors that are keeping track of all this stuff they published, it wasn't a full report yet, but it is some of the findings from the report that so many people have been deported from Minneapolis or Minnesota so far that they will lose a congressional district in the next census. That's how many people have been deported just from Minnesota, which is not a big state population-wise. You know, and that's not how congressional districts don't work. Every state gets them for sure, but they don't work like you don't change the amount of seats, or rather the amount of people that it requires for a congressional district based on the state population. It's based on the federal population, and it's like 800,000 or 750,000 people for one congressional district. That's how many people have been deported from Minnesota alone.
Yeah,
like to enough to like may perhaps erase one of their candidates. You know what I mean? And it's going to continue. Now the TPS, the temporary protected status, has been revoked. So anybody that was on there, I think they have until March 17th to exit the country. Otherwise, they're going to be deported.
Okay. And speaking of those deportations, Ice Bob, go to Twitter, go to your DMs. Might as well just keep it open, Bob.
It's always there.
It's coming fast and furious, dude. Here's what they posted last night. So this is, forgive me on the pronunciation, or don't. Byron, you go ahead and play the music here. Abderrashid Ibrahim and then Zakaria Abdibi. I don't fucking care.
Abdi.
I don't care. Are both convicted killers from Somalia who were here illegally in the U.S. And both people are from whom Mayor Fry guy, Jacob Fry, calls his neighbor. That's your neighbors that you really want in there. These are the guys that you're concerned about of, oh, man, I'm going to lose my neighbors. Oh, were you having them over for a barbecue on the weekend? What were you doing with them, Fry guy? Like, what was it? And I will bet any amount of money that Jacob Fry lives nowhere near a fucking Somali. Not a prayer.
I mean, is there like mayors don't have a residence, right?
They don't.
Typically.
Yeah, they typically do.
No, they don't.
Mayors?
I don't think they do.
so.
No, governors do.
Governors have the
Governors is mandatory. Mayors don't. At least, because I know the mayor of Wilmington. He lives in a normal.
Wilmington's 150,000 people. I don't know how big Minneapolis is, but it's quite a bit bigger. But I don't know that I've ever heard of.
No.
New York does for sure, but Minneapolis is not.
Oh, do they?
Wait, is New York unique in that?
They might be. The Gracie Mansion is where.
So Mom Donnie's getting free housing?
Yeah.
Of course he is. Of course he is. Why not? Yeah, but everywhere else you got to live in your own fucking house. There is no way Jacob Fry lives. Actually, Bob, politicians are public record. So you can Google them and all that other shit, and their address has to be listed, which is why we've had these cases over the years with Kavanaugh and everybody else having problems with people showing up on their doorsteps. Nancy Pelosi, all those people. It's public knowledge. Type in Jacob Fry address. I'm just curious what type of neighborhood this guy lives in.
Don't put the actual address.
Yeah, don't
you
put it
can look it
up
up
there.
for yourself. We're not doing that.
We're not either.
I do want to see
list
like
it?
what part of town.
I just want to see what part of town he lives in.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's got to list it somewhere.
We're not going to
on some of
dox the
his,
guy.
like finance paperwork and stuff. But yeah, and I'm curious. Yeah, what part of town?
Because if he's truly in, the fucking ghettos with these guys and fighting the good fight, I'll take back everything I said. I really will. Live on air. We're live right now on YouTube, so I will take all that back right now. If he lives to where he's at, then sure, these people are fucking at. Absolutely.
It says he lives like in downtown in an apartment. So
maybe.
I have the address.
If I was the
I found it.
mayor of a city, I would definitely have an apartment downtown where my listed address would be, and I would not stay there ever.
So, are you seeing that city hall address?
No, I saw his campaign headquarters address, and then a news story about his downtown apartment.
Here we go. Here's the other one. Let's look this up. I got the area for you. Yeah. There's a Chuck and Don's pet food and supplies there.
Who's Chuck? We know who Don is. Find out who Chuck is. Charles.
Oh,
does that mean Chuck Schumer and Donald Trump own a fucking pet food store?
There's a nice bagel place around the corner. Caribou Coffee's around the corner. Yeah, dude. There's nowhere near the ghetto.
Is Caribou Coffee any good? I don't know if I don't know. I don't recall what experience
It's
I've had.
fine. I like it better than Starbucks, if that means anything to you. I mean, I'm not a big Starbucks guy, so it's my ceiling isn't real high on that. But
yeah,
there's a tea house around the corner.
Starbucks is okay.
Yeah.
It's just like the problem is they over roast and over brew everything, so it's like kind of gross tasting in the end. If you get blonde from them, then it's not so bad. But that's the way coffee should be. The most popular coffee, I think like 70% of people drink French roast, which is dark as shit. And that's gross to me. It's like eating a well-done steak. It's fucking nasty, man. Like, there's so much rich flavor in coffee. Why are you overcooking it like that? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I like my coffee as white as an NBA player's wife.
That's what a lot of people do because they drink trash coffee,
Yeah.
and you have to put milk and sugar in it.
I've had the finest coffee there is with Evan and those guys. Coffee's just not my thing, which is fine. I drink it every day. Don't get me wrong. But I just want it in and out of my body, and then I'm good to go. I'm looking at another place here. Now, Muslims don't eat sausage, right?
Depends on the kind of sausage, but definitely not pork.
Okay. So there's last name's pretty well. Kramaczuk. Kramaczuk.
Wait,
what is that
say it
from?
again. K-R-A?
Kramazuk. Where's that last name from?
It's Kramachuk, and that would be like Polish, probably.
There you go. So he lives near that sausage place as well.
Yeah, Hollywood movie star in the chat says look up some fucking real estate prices in the area. That'll tell you.
Oh,
it's not a bad idea.
Well, shit. I would, but that's hard to do live on air without doxing this guy.
No, we don't have to pull it on the screen. Just like, what's the average home cost around there?
Around that area?
Yeah.
That's a great question. That's a great fucking question there.
Somebody in the chat mentioned Kona. Oh, it's Hurricane Hunter. Kona is making a huge comeback now. If you look at, If you look in 2025, and this is not normal, at the like top coffees of the year, I think that the majority of them are either gonna be like an Ethiopian Irgachev coming in around second, usually sometimes third. First is typically Panamanian Geisha. And then nowhere on the list was Kona. Kona's like out of the top 20, I think it's like 4 or 5 of them now.
Yeah.
So it's making a huge comeback. I don't know if it's because it's gotten better or because people have been turned on to it or what's going on. But if you like coffee, you never tried Kona, I would check it out because a lot of people seem to like it.
Chris Winery in the chat, Chris Winery 27 says he lives in the richest white liberal area. And he says, I live in Minneapolis. So he lives there. He knows where Jacob Fry lives.
Yeah, but that might be the more dangerous than the Somalia part because you got white lesbians trying to fight you all the time.
Not really, because he's on their side.
And you can't fight him back.
He's on their side. Everybody in the chat is saying...
They always go after everybody in the end.
Yeah. Everybody's saying Black Rifle. Yes, all I drink is Black Rifle as well, obviously to support the homies.
I don't drink it to support anybody. I drink it because it's good.
So do I. But
we entered the Golden Bean Awards, which is like the fucking hipster Oscars for coffee. And it's all anonymized. It's just a number, right?
Yeah.
And entered 2 coffees in the elite category only, and it won first and third place.
We entered
everybody was really mad. So they don't make an announcement like, oh, Black Rifle Coffee's won the 2023 Golden Bean Awards. No, they just put the numbers out there, and people started looking up the numbers and like, what the fuck? Why did these goddamn fascists win? They're like, oh, okay, cool. Well, sorry about your bad luck, fella.
We've won 2 seltzer competitions. Green Apple and Watermelon actually won those 2. Out of there, and it's like, all right, rad, man. We just wanted to know for the taste of it. Like, we didn't really promote it or anything because, let's face it, it's fucking weird. But with all these fucking people, man, it is what you always say on this show is it's the rule for thee and not for me, and that's it. You drag this fucking guy out, dude, and have him live in this neighborhood next to that strip mall, where there's 27 shops there and oils and the call to prayer 5 times a day and everything else. He is fucking gone.
Well, you got to do something, right? The leftists have to do something because everything's going so well. You know, egg prices are down 95% in the last 10 months. Gas is as low as it's going to get, in my opinion. I don't think it'll go much lower. I don't think it should. Because it's going to start affecting break-even prices, which means there will be a gas shortage because people will stop producing. As a matter of fact, the number one wildcatter in North America, on Earth actually, the number one wildcatter has ceased operations. You know what a wildcatter is?
Billy Bob Thornton?
No. He's
landman, brother.
No, he's not a wildcatter. He's a, what do you call it?
You are not up to speed on this season, friend.
I am. Well, they're having to do it by fucking necessity, but that's not who he is.
No,
this guy,
he don't like it.
The guy in question right here has been the premier wildcatter on Earth for the last 30 years, and he shut down operations because it's not worth it. The oil is not worth it anymore. And Saudi Arabia is having a big problem too. So they've got this whole like weird coalition going on, a trilateral coalition with a couple with fucking Pakistan and who else? Turkey, I think. That an attack on one constitutes an attack on all. Fine. But Saudi Arabia is not with Iran getting a democratic society at all, right? They've got a really big oil problem right now. Their break even on oil is $90 per barrel, and the price of oil is at $60, right? If that holds for this calendar year, for 26, which we assume it will because there's no reason it would go up, they're looking at a $77 billion deficit in a $1.07 trillion economy. That would be like the U.S. having a $2.8 trillion deficit, which is like a third of our budget. We were like 30% over budget, basically. 40, almost 40% over budget is what that would constitute. That's fucking crazy, right? If someone like Pahlavi takes command of Iran and sanctioned oil from Iran starts flowing, the 200,000 or so barrels they produce a day, the market gets flooded with a new nation trying to build its capital reserves very quickly. So they'll probably sell it at a cheaper price and sell it in bulk as well. Oil could go down to $45 a barrel, and then every oil market is in trouble. The U.S. break even is in the 60s, I think, typically, but they can manage 40 to 45 depending. Some of the other countries can manage as low as 40, but the margins get shaved way, way down. And now, if oil goes down that far, Saudi Arabia is cutting even deeper into their capital reserves and even their oil reserves, which they cut like, I think like 300 billion into their capital reserves last year, which again, multiply that times 28, and that's what it would be for the United States, because their economy is about 28, 29 times smaller than ours. If I was MBS, I wouldn't give a shit about the retaliatory strikes on my oil fields so much. What I would be negotiating with the U.S. is that Trump will not allow Iran to flood the oil market. That's the biggest thing, I think.
Yeah.
Because if they allow that, or if Iran just does it on their own, then Saudi Arabia is fucked, and they know it. And so do we, though. So Saudi Arabia is trying to talk tough, but they know they have no fucking leverage right now. So we'll be able to. This is a good deal for us. We'll be able to extract something out of them. I don't know what it is yet. They've already made pretty good, like, long-term capital investments in the U.S. economy, but we will be able to get something else for this. I think regional security will probably be what it is, something like that. But we'll see.
Lack of Crow Mahomes, which I really like that username in the chat. Lack of Crow Mahomes, so he clearly hates Patrick Mahomes. Brilliant. Brilliant. I love it. I've never heard of it. In the chat says, reminds me, back to your Black Rifle story, of when Costco enters wine into wine competitions and wins. So this just happened to me over Christmas break. I got invited to a Christmas party. Justin from Hot Ground, who's been on the show, runs the Hot Ground gym over here, lives in the neighborhood next door to mine, and it was 12 adults, and the woman who was hosting it had wines. She had 6 different wines out, and then you were to rate them 1 through 6 of what you thought the most expensive was. And then you drink them in a blind taste, and you know what the winner was? $2 Chuck, including myself.
I think that says more about the audience than the wine.
No, that was in my opinion, and I've had great wine. I really have. You have an extensive wine collection that is excellent. There is some, though, that is very rich, costing-wise, wine that you're like, I wouldn't order this when I'm out. I feel the same way about champagne as well. Like, the most expensive champagne, to me, is too dry. It tastes like shit. But this wine was just like, oh, my God, dude. Yeah. Now, the one that was number 2 was interesting because it was one of the richest. But for whatever reason, $2 Chuck was number 1 out of this taste test group. So, yeah, dude, there is something about comfort and familiarity that has a lot to do with what you're choosing in this life.
Wine, there's no like direct correlation between the cost of a wine and its quality.
That's what the whole test was for. And at the end of it, we all got a nice chuckle out of it. And I didn't know that. Like, for you, what's your favorite? I'm sure it's not the most expensive shit on the planet.
My favorite? I mean, I don't know. That it just depends. There's so many.
You don't have a go-to that you like? I do like the wine at Costco, by the way. I drink it.
Like for table wine, I like usually Sangiovese or something like that. You know, but I like cabs. My favorite is probably like Willamette Valley Pinots. That's a flavor that I really enjoy. But if you were looking for, there's just no direct correlation between the cost, though.
No.
Some of the ones I like, like at Del Dado Winery, one of our listeners actually works there, and he's the chef, the head chef there. I think.
No shit.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Their wine is great, but it's like cost-wise, it's pretty reasonable. If you're looking for the best, in my opinion, the best in the world at this, and Candace turned me on to this dude. His name's James Suckling. He's like how old is he now? He's born in 58, so he's almost 70 now. he's the best at finding like $28 wines that are fucking better than $100 bottles. So go to James Suckling, just follow him on the internet or go to his page or wherever you find it. And if he says it's good, it's fucking good. He hasn't ever let me down, that guy. Now I've got, again, you mentioned different tastes. People have different tastes. Like not everybody likes caviar, obviously.
Yeah. I'm one of them. I don't like caviar.
And not everybody even likes champagne, but some people like sweeter. Some people prefer Prosecco champagne.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
That's one of the top sellers.
Yeah. That's just, some people like that more than the dry white, right? That's fine. Drink what you like. I don't give a shit. Just saying, if you're looking for steals, wines that are priced affordably but are super high quality, like 95 rated and above, James Suckling, like a suckling pig or suckling at a tit.
Okay.
That guy is the best.
For me, if we're going champagne, there was an advertiser on the show years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, I think. You have a fucking endless memory here. It was Luc Belaire. Do you remember what year that was? And they only did it during Christmas.
2019.
2019. Okay. So we always vet these products out before we, sell them on air or launch them on air because we want you guys to like them and we don't want to sound like fucking assholes. And I loved that champagne. As soon as Christmas was over, they spiked the advertising deal, which because it's a seasonal thing, and they admitted it. They were very nice to us and generous and all that other stuff. And I was like, I get it. Thank you for having us. And I go, by the way, I was talking to the owner on the phone. I go, by the way, this really is the best champagne I've had, and it was $23, $24. And when I went to the last Christmas party, that was what I bought at the grocery store. There was no need for the fucking $200-$300 bottle of champagne. Like that did it, and it was excellent.
I mean, there's no guarantee it's going to be good anyways, unless you've had experience with that product before.
Yeah,
that's just how it is. Like sometimes it's a matter of exclusivity. Sometimes it's a matter of the fact that they don't make as much. There are sometimes they intersect and you get both. So Drew Bledsoe's winery, Doubleback in Washington, they have elite wines. They're all 90. They're all like
good. Yeah.
They're all 95 or higher, and some of them are 99. Like he has multiple 99s, and that's not a rating that you can pay for.
No,
it's just like
you can't buy that off.
No, because they take it pretty seriously, these winos, but it's also really expensive, right? To match that, especially because he has a famous guy branding it. But you can find really high quality wines that are super good like that. Whiskey is a little bit more predictable, but there's still like the best single malt that I've ever had is Yamazaki 12, and it's not $400 for a bottle. It's like $130 maybe, $160 I think.
Can you get that at a normal liquor store?
Yeah, not everybody carries it in stock, but they'll always order it for you. It's pretty common.
Interesting.
And it's the best. Like nothing else is even close to that. So for me at least, but find your thing, I guess.
And for us, when we did that show, we got 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. We drank the whole bottle of Pappy on air. I did have a few shots of that, and I've had it, other places of Pappy. It's not my favorite. It's just rare. I think that's
it's unique.
Yes.
Pappy has,
but it's not. It is definitely not my favorite.
It has that amber flavor, super crisp burn, and sweetness on the back end, which a lot of people like. I like that.
Bob, you're a hardcore bourbon drinker. Like you love it.
I wouldn't say I'm hardcore, but bourbon is my favorite of the.
For sure. Yeah. What's your go-to? Have you had Pappy before?
Just here, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was it your favorite? Like, it wasn't my favorite.
No. I mean, it's good, but yeah.
What's your go-to that's in a mid-range for the audience?
Oh, man. The one in Dripping Springs that I'm, like, fucking forgetting the name of. It's the distillery out there.
Dripping Springs Distillery?
No, not that one.
Okay, because they just made a bourbon the other day.
Oh, because they didn't used to do bourbon.
They got it now. They got it now. And because we go there all the time with the kids. And I'm a big fan of that place. Their vodka is very good. They just started bourbon. I don't know that I've had it, to be honest with you. Man, their vodka is very good. I'm trying to think what's over there. You starting off at 12?
Yeah, it's up off of 12.
Shit.
And it's really...
I blank on this name every time.
Oh, Treaty Oak.
That's it.
Treaty Oak.
Yeah.
Great gin.
Yeah. Okay.
Great bourbon.
Bourbon. Yeah, I get it. Fun story here, Bob. Go to your email right now. I love watching these goddamn things, and I get sucked in every time. I don't know if you guys are like this, but every, let's call it 2 to 4 years, it pops up that people are building, and they come across these tribes, and they're in the middle of nowhere. They've never seen humans before, or guns, or boats, or all of this fucking shit. And it happened recently, and now we have the most high-definition images of all time. You can actually scroll down in this article, Bob. They've got pictures.
Oh, there's a video of it.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
All right, so it's supposed to be the most high-res video ever. I saw the pictures, but I haven't watched the video yet.
I think that's what this is.
Okay. I'm dying to see this. If they get video, I mean, because the pictures are wild. There you go. Okay. Here we go. So they're coming up on this tribe in the Amazon. Is there audio to it?
Yeah.
Is that weed?
Turn it up.
Is that a weed farm? What's going on there?
Look at this, dude. Imagine just living your whole life, and then these motherfuckers show up. I mean, this is like apocalypto, dude. Imagine how shocking that would be for your fucking brain, dude. To see these people just roll up onto your island, and all you've got is wooden bows and arrows. Now, what you're seeing right here, Bob, is these bananas that were dropped off. That was to get in with them, where they were like, hey, we're not here to kill you. We're here to kind of shoot some stuff, film-wise, and help you out as well. They'd done some research, and bananas was the best way in to kind of gain their trust so they could get this footage here. But, man, dude, this is like the 1600s. I mean, it's nuts, dude.
Yeah, it looks pretty dope.
Yeah, they're in the Amazon rainforest down there, and apparently, over the years, part of their land and the trees and logging in particular is what they're trying to use and bump into. The problem is it's backing up to these tribes now, and more of them, they're either having to negotiate deals or not, but nobody speaks these fucking languages. This was the first time they had a friendly interaction, and for whatever reason, they had this footage for 2 years. They did not want to share it with the media or anybody else, and I don't know the answer to it. I guess maybe they were worried people would steamroll them and take their land, because the images we just saw, it was the amount of troops they sent over to Greenland.
Yeah. I mean, look, everybody in that video is happier than you or me.
I agree. 100% agree. And when you see shit like this, you're like, man, did we really have to fucking bother him with cameras and all this other weird shit? Like, I can't even imagine the conversation or just trying to go to bed that night over what I saw and heard that I've never seen or heard in my entire life. What a weird thing. And I 100% agree with you. They're living a better life than we are. And the reason why, like, we're able to joke around about retards and shit like that is because they're living a better life than us. Imagine if you were happy all day long.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe the best possible scenario is one where there's an isolated area of technology that incubates and then is used to help all the people who are just living in the jungle instead of what we have, because what we have is fucking miserable.
But the problem with that is, and we covered this story a couple years ago, I don't know if you remember it, was one of these villages and these tribes, they got internet. What's the first thing they looked up on the internet?
Well, I know what happened the first time the North Korean soldiers got it. They just went ballistic on porn.
That's exactly what they did.
Which is, understandable.
And so they did a follow-up report, and I want to say, I don't know if it was 60 Minutes, I forget, but they did a follow-up report a year later, and like, dude, 78% of the fucking tribe was addicted to porn. That's all they were watching all day. Because they were going through they gave them each an iPad, and then they were going through it, and yeah, dude, same as the North Koreans, where they were just going after hardcore aggressive porn, and that was
not shocking.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I think that would be too graphic. I think it'd be too shocking visually and graphically to see for the first time in your life. Today's porn versus, let's say, 40 years ago porn.
Now, porn was, one, these people are 4,000 years ago and not 40. But porn is like one of the first forms of art that ever existed. You go on and look at a cave wall. By the way, our most recent discoveries tell us that these cave wall porn drawings were a rite of passage for young men, right? So the kid would go out, hunt something, kill it, and then their reward was to be brought into this ceremonial place into the cave, the literal man cave, which is ironic that we came up with that phrase independently, but that would have been appropriate to use in this way as well. And coming into the cave was a sign that you were part of the men in this tribe now. And all over the cave walls were two things: paintings of hunts that they had done, or military conquests, and pornography.
Really?
Yes.
So, Bob, you've got that image up there. What is this we're looking at here?
That's called doggy style.
Well, he just
No,
If you haven't done it, so when a man loves a woman,
Yep, got all that.
sometimes he bends her over.
Yeah, got all
and,
that.
enters her from behind.
But where is this from? That's what I meant.
Algeria.
Algeria, what year?
Actually, it's kind of late. It's between 7 and 2000 BC.
Late?
Yeah, cave drawings.
Yeah, I
usually-
mean 7,000 or 2000 and 2000 BC, or 700 and 2000
no,
BC.
sometime between 7,000 and 2000 BC.
Okay.
Okay, that's a long time
So
ago,
sometime
Bob.
between 2
Cave
and
paintings,
7,000.
cave drawings usually a lot older than that.
They are,
Yeah.
but
Like 20, 30,000.
I'm talking
years
for
old.
porn. What's the earliest porn we can find?
I think it's like
drawn on a
30,000
cave
years
wall?
old. And then we found like I think 9 or 10,000 year old dildos carved out of wood. And shit.
Yes. Now those we showed in the
Yeah.
show. So those we have.
Although I don't know why they wouldn't use stone and then use water or whatever to polish it instead of. You don't want to get a splinter in your fucking butthole.
No. Because, I mean, let's face it. Can you get it that smooth back then? Probably not.
With water, though, with water and sand, you could sit with water and sand with a rock and smooth it up in a couple of weeks, probably.
That's a long time to spend on a dildo.
No, it's not. What else you got to do?
Nothing.
They
but
don't
I
have
mean,
fucking jobs.
Once you fuck a dude, rather than just spend 3 weeks fucking sanding out a dildo.
What if homeboy is gone to war for months at a time? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you got to sit there. I guess maybe then. Yeah,
Just
sure.
gonna go down by the coast and whittle a dildo.
Yeah. Where's your wife at? She's down by the coast whittling out a dildo. She'll be back in 3 months.
Or maybe it was something like if it were me, I would have done it for my wife before I left for war.
Out of your cock?
Just a cock in general. It doesn't matter if it's mine or not.
I would want it to be mine.
I don't know that they had that attention to detail or even capability artistically at the time.
It's the first thing where my mind went. And I'm just as dumb as they are.
Yeah, but you're. It's one thing to be dumb and know what to do. It's another thing to know what to do and be able to do it, right?
Yeah, but a dildo's very easy to shape and form. Like it
Not
really
yeah,
is.
a dildo generally speaking, but not one that's an exact replica of your own cock. So I think they probably just made a general dildo of some sort and gave it to their wife, along with she gives him like a fucking hair bow or tie or some shit to remember her by.
A hanky,
and then,
like in Braveheart?
Yeah, and then he gives her a fucking chiseled piece of rock to shove up her clown hole.
No, this is where we differ here, because you're not giving her a bigger dildo than your dick. Then she's gonna want that when you come back from war.
I don't think bigger is the
girth.
Yeah.
Girth and length, dude. You want to get all girthed up and have to fucking try to live up to that after you've been at war? Hey, hun, sorry, this isn't doing it for me. The dildo you gave me before you left is too girthy, and now you don't match up to that. No, dude. I think you want to make it a little bit smaller.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. But again, still, that would be an argument to not make it exactly like your own cock. So,
Well, close enough,
No.
but small, but just a hair smaller, dude.
no.
Yes, that's been going on for thousands of years. Dude.
No one has ever done what you just said.
They sure have.
No.
I'll name an example right there now today. A bag of Doritos. When you buy that bag, are you getting the same amount of Doritos you got as in when you got in the 90s or 80s?
That's shrinkflation. Not the same thing.
It sure is.
No, they're not trying to bait you into not wanting more. They're just giving you less because they're assholes.
That's what you should do as a man.
To be an asshole to your woman.
Give them less, so that way when you come home, you're giving them more. And that's the options of like these masa chips in front of my desk right now. These are filled up to the top. When I open that bag, great, man. I am fucking satisfied. When I open up a bag of Doritos, I'm getting half a goddamn bag, even out of a party shack thing. I bought some of those party ones over the Christmas break as well for the kids. I opened up the thing, half of it was fucking empty. I was pissed off about it, dude. Same thing with a dildo. All right? You want to aim a little smaller like a Doritos. You want a Doritos dildo, and then bring back the masa fucking dick of your own and just insert that. And it's a win-win for everybody all the way around. You don't have to worry about blowing up your marriage over it, for Christ's sakes. Jesus, man, this is just standard psychology here at this point, guys. So if you're out there, you're going off overseas or landman shit, you're going out, like this last landman over the weekend. It's not a spoiler alert, but he's like, hey, I love you, but I'm going to be gone for 6 months on this fucking rig. I wouldn't make her a bigger dildo at all. I'd make it a little smaller, and then when I got home, she'd be pleasantly surprised by everything that's transpired there inside that bedroom. We're not only podcast hosts, we're educators here, okay? All right, now's the point of the show. We get to the Drinkin' Bro of the week. You could submit on drinkinbros.com. Bob, pull it up. Drinkinbros.com over here. Look at that, dude. The joggers. Shit. I know somebody asked me the other day, they're like, dude, you're not wearing these every fucking day. Yeah, I am, actually. Here, I'll stand up. Boom. Drinkin' Bros joggers. Man, these are comfortable as shit. I really want to thank Brandon for making these things. These were his idea, and he was just like, hey, dude, these are great. Typically, I like to go to the gym and then come in into work. And then afterwards, that way I can spend time with the kids and not have to go to the gym after work. So, yeah, I love these goddamn things. Thank you, Brandon, for making these. Crime Corner, they got a bunch of shirts up there for Crime Corner and all that other shit. And then the Drinkin' Bros Leering Center shirts. Far left, Bob, are doing really fucking well right now. Bro Box, today's the last day to get the Rambo ones, if you can get in. And then the Black History box next month is just worth its weight in gold. I don't know that we'll ever be able to top that box. It's a fucking problem. So I would order it right now. Those are going to sell out very, very, very quickly. Now you can submit for Drinkin' Bro of the Week on the Drinkin' Bros app as well. That is free on iPhones and Androids. It's great. Put video up there. You can put pictures up there. And it doesn't matter what you're going through. Everything else, all of it gets approved immediately. There's no admins. You can chat with everybody and get honest, real-time feedback and all that other shit. And it's great. All the podcasts are on there as well. And it's easy. Boom, you just press the button and you're good to go. So, yeah, dude, we're up and rocking here. And then these submissions get emailed to us live on air. Big fan of Sally Collins yesterday. Can't believe I remember that name, but I did. So let's go to the old email here and see who just sent it in. All right. This is a Drinkin' Bros submission. Tim from New York, listening for 6 years. Thanks, Tim. We're on year 11 right now. 6 is fucking great. Nominating Aaron Clark Living. Aaron is a U.S. Marine and a New York City firefighter who is currently losing his battle with pancreatic cancer. I'm sorry to hear that. He has devoted his life to helping others, both as a firefighter and a Marine. Not only has he helped countless civilians as a firefighter, but he's also helped countless firefighters and warfighters battling their own demons. He is a peer counselor for Friends of Firefighters and has traveled the country with the Spartan Sword. Look that group up real quick while I read the rest of this. Spartan Sword is the name of it. Helping U.S. military veterans to take a pledge to seek out help rather than harming themselves. He's been available 24 hours a day, and his selflessness has saved countless veterans. He's also one of my best friends. He recently found out his fight to beat cancer is over, and it has progressed too far, and his options have run out. His diagnosis came in the same week that I found out my 4-year-old daughter is in her own fight with an inoperable brain tumor. Man, I'm sorry to hear this. Jesus. In his true caring self, he has reached out all the time to check in on me and my family every day. We talk almost daily. We have for years. And what will amount to his last several weeks on Earth, he seems to have come to peace with it. He continues to offer comforting words and hope. He has also offered to look out for my daughter and keep her safe as her guardian angel if her journey ends sooner than expected. He has every right to be angry and selfish right now. Instead, he continues to be the pillar of caring and strength as he always has been. For that, he will forever be my Drinkin' Bro of the week. Agreed, man. Cheers to Aaron Clark and to Tim. That is an amazing submission, by the way.
Yeah, Spartan Sword is was I guess Boone Cutler's organization. He passed.
Yeah, Boone passed as well
a few months ago. Yep. About 4 months ago.
Okay.
So, but still operational, obviously.
Yeah. These stories are amazing to hear, even though there is tragic circumstances, and I'm glad some of these stories are being shared with the world. That's why we encourage you to submit Drinkin' Bro of the Week. If there is somebody out there with this kind of audience that you want to be remembered, this place is the place to do it, and now is your chance. So it's free. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to do anything whatsoever. Just go to drinkinbros.com and click that submission tab, and then it gets emailed to us live on air. We appreciate you guys tuning in and day out. Go to Spotify, rate the show a 5-star, then head on over to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. That is all the advertisers care about. I can promise you that. And then Byron, how's Kick.com doing?
We're doing good. We had a whole bunch of people hanging out over there today.
Byron, what are you doing back there?
I just haven't talked all show.
Coke?
I'm hanging out.
You doing fucking cocaine back there?
Yeah, it's
Is
dripping
that
on
drip,
down.
dude? That
Yep.
drip will get you.
It happens.
Every time, brother. Yeah, dude.
But yeah, just kick.com/DrinkerBros Studios. We've been live over there. Also the Discord as well. We've been having a good time over there. So yeah,
That's
come
great.
check us out.
All right. I like this setup on kick.com, by the way. The quality's fucking rocks as well.
Yeah, it looks great.
How many people are on this fucking thing, you think?
What, the site as a whole?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
millions?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how many active monthly users they have, but it's probably
Until
10
you
to
said
20
it to
million,
me, I
somewhere
didn't
around there.
know. And like, dude, they've got the same chat as like a YouTube and shit.
They literally just ripped off Twitch's UI and just made it onto their own site.
Hey, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. Like, good for them, dude.
Just made it green, not purple. So.
All right. Good for them. I like it. I like their setup. It's pretty fucking cool in here. So, yeah. Thanks for that. And thanks for setting up the Discord, Byron. For real. That was him. What do they look for in Discord? What's the username, handle, and all that shit?
Yeah, we just have it linked down below, so just click through the invite link and you'll be instantly added. We've got a whole bunch of people hanging out there, some OG Drinkin' Bros fans, so if you're in chat, you'll probably recognize some people. And yeah, we're having a good time. We're adding different chats in. We have a pet channel now, so come share photos of your dogs. We want to see them.
There's a lot of people with dogs.
Yeah.
A lot of people with dogs. All right. Look, enjoy the weekend, dude. NFL playoffs this weekend, national championship on Monday night. We will be live with you on this channel for a watch along. And then, join us, dude. A lot of bets flying around that night on mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles up first deposit up to $1,000 for D'Anthony Holloway. I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros podcast. Good night, everyone.